Hello, my name is Serene Rivers, and today I'm going to talk to you about how to get the best care for a loved one in the ICU. Um, so, I'm just going to give you a little bit about my background. I am a registered nurse. I have been a nurse for over 7 years, and over four of that has been in a pediatric cardiac ICU. So, I've seen what works and what does not work. Um, So, um, Forgive my child in the background. Just had a baby. He's like 2.5 months old, and his dad is working with him right now. So you may hear some crying. So let me continue. Number one is you want to be present. If you can, you want to have someone there at all times during visiting hours. You can set up a rotation with family members and have a scheduled time where each person will be there, or you can ask for volunteers from the church or other organizations to come in and just sit there with your family member while they are in the ICU. It makes a big difference. Number two, you want to listen during rounds and politely make your presence known. Um, this makes a difference because the doctors can see that you're involved and that you care about the care that your loved one is receiving. So they look at you differently and they say, okay, this person is really involved. So let's try to get the best care we can to this patient. Um, Number three, ask questions. Ask for what you want. If you don't understand something, ask for clarification. If you've heard of something that worked for someone else in a similar situation as your loved one, ask if they can do that. The only thing they can tell you is no, and they'll tell you why they can't do it. But they will respect you for asking questions. Um, Number four, communicate important details to everyone that will be visiting your loved one. At least, at least the important people who will be visiting. Like if you have the son, daughter, immediate family members, husband, wife. The last thing you want is for people to have different information. It's so important that everyone be on the same page about the care. It makes a big difference. And as far as the people who are providing care for your loved one, it makes it easier on them if they don't have to explain the situation to the husband and then explain the same information to the wife, the sister, the brother, um, so on, okay, or the child, so on. So number five, this is an important one. Do not yell or scream or threaten those who are providing care for your loved one. It will not help you get better care to them. I know you might be upset about something that you see, and I know that sometimes when you have a family member that's in the ICU, you may have been there for a long time. It could be weeks, it could be months that you have been there dealing with this situation, and sometimes you can changes happen with their status. They may start to deteriorate, and you may get upset. But instead of blowing up and yelling at those who are providing care, it's better for you to ask to speak with the chaplain or speak to the social worker and vent to them in an appropriate fashion. Call up another family member and vent on the phone to a family member outside if you can, not in the room. Because if you yell and scream at those who are providing care, it makes them uneasy. It makes them not want to come into the room as much. And even though this is not something you want to see, like as a provider, I should not come into your room because you'll yell and scream at me. You are still dealing with humans. You're dealing with humans. Everyone at the hospitals are humans, and they are affected by their emotions, and it would affect their actions. Number six is try to keep yourself presentable at all times. Keep yourself as presentable as possible. Try to keep yourself clean. Try to keep your hair at least, a little put down. You don't want like hair sticking everywhere, and you don't want to have holey clothes on. I mean, if that's all you have, then wear what you have. But when you are more presentable, it makes an impression, okay? That impacts the type of care that your family member receives, because they're associating that person with you, okay? So all of these things, all of these tips that I've been giving you, they're based on the fact that the people who are providing care for your loved one, they are humans and they are affected by emotions, and that affects their actions, even when they don't mean for it to, okay? So in an ideal world, every single patient will be treated the same, and every single patient across the board will get the best care, but it's not an ideal world. So if you want to get the best care for your family member, try to keep people present. That's number one. Presence. Number two is listening during rounds if you can. Number three, asking questions, asking for what you want. Number four, communicating important details to all of your visitors. Number five, don't yell and scream or threaten the anybody on the care team. And number six, try to keep yourself as presentable as you can. That's it. I hope that was helpful. If you know of any other things that can help someone receive the best care for their loved one in the ICU, please post those below. Post any feedback there, and share this with anyone that you know who has a family member in the ICU. It may help them get some better care. That's all. Thank you. Bye.